but Anne-Marie.
What?
Earlier on, I said that, when you're being fined for refuse, and you said there's no such thing as refuse.
I did not say
You said the word is waste.
I said that your use of the word refuse was what's wrong.
And it wasn't wrong. Marcus, I actually went to school. My parents paid good money for me to go get an education.
Did you benefit?
I benefited. I used the word refuse, but it's a pronunciation. I didn't say refuse, I said refuse. It's spelled the same.
But that's not the argument that we had.
Your argument was refuse, no Gaitan. It's called waste.
Yes.
Yeah, she was talking about use of it.
And there's no, that refuse is not garbage.
Is it?
It is.
Bring.
I have Googled it. Refuse includes garbage and rubbish. Garbage is mostly decomposable food waste or yard waste that word I don't know, while rubbish is mostly dry material. So I was right.
I'll clap for you. Well done. I'll give you that. But then the fact that you still can't read is what's
That
concerning
No,
me.
there's
What is that word you couldn't read?
Let's see. Petrusable. Why is it so difficult for you to read? Kale yambala galubindi. What is the problem?
But first clap for me again.
Okay.
Refuse is a word that exists.
Well done,
It means
well done.
garbage.
Well done, well
waste.
done, well done, well done.
But learn how to read.
Stupid. I can read something for you though. I can read something for you. So, have you been to Zambia by any chance? Any of you?
I have.
You've been to Lusaka, the capital?
No, I didn't reach
So,
Osaka.
the American ambassador to Zambia was robbed. Now,
In Zambia?
In Zambia, in Lusaka. But what's interesting is that not only was she robbed in front of her bodyguards.
Nonsense.
He was in on it. He was in on it.
That's what I was going to say.
Hey,
That's what I was
Yeah,
going
but they
to
would
say.
deal.
please remember.
The robber is probably his cousin.
No.
Probably.
Please remember.
Is it her detail Zambian?
No, what is that? The way you do Americans. How can you?
Wasn't she
The
Israeli?
American ambassador to Zambia.
Yes.
It was the Israeli ambassador to Zambia.
So Israeli ambassador. Hey, so you know the story.
Yeah,
My mistake.
I was like, did that happen again?
No,
Maybe Zambia needs to look into
My
their
mistake,
security.
My mistake. It was the Israeli ambassador.
But then-
Oprah Fari is her name.
But then her security detail, while in Zambia, isn't it of Zambians?
Yes.
Being
But
that she's
okayed by
serving
the
there.
Israeli government.
Yes.
Okay, but,
the
they're
fact-
still Zambians.
Yes.
And she was robbed by Zambians.
Yes.
Yeah, it's
Because
very
of-
fish.
But you see, it doesn't matter. The fact is, and this is what's so interesting. So she had a handbag. These guys who drove past her, as they were driving past, they grabbed the handbag, they pulled her.
Bambi.
But the funny thing is, after all of this, she says that Zambia is still one of the most peaceful places that she has ever been. It's still a very wonderful place.
What else is she going to say? She's still working
Yeah.
there.
She still has to live with those guys.
Are you going to say something else and then they rob you? This time they'll take you.
Yeah, they'll take the life.
What else are you going to say?
No, but come on, man.
It's unfortunate. But those things I always tell you, whenever it's done in the presence or the person saying, well, apparently was asleep, your so-called security, or even at home, somebody bodyguard, askari abadde base, wali mu kintu guy.
I believe that.
He was in the story.
Wali mu kintu,
Strong.
mudiru.
So, believe that.
And actually, the police, by the way, in a lot of investigations, be it murder, robbery, they always start with the obvious.
Yes.
Yes.
We start here. How are you there? And
What's your point?
yeah, if you say I tried and then they shot me, then you are.
That's different. But they grabbed her handbag and they even like dragged her. Where were you in all this commotion? Why was she walking close enough to where a car would pull up?
But you people, why you look at? Anyway, okay. All right.
But you have to understand that we must audit this conversation.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, think about it. But you see, there are people where you say that the bodyguard is doing nothing, or there was a government official in Uganda, driver, bodyguard, minister in the car,
Right.
who I think it was Monday last week when the schools were opening,
Yes.
taking their school. You heard the story of the kid taking the school to Budo and run over a suitcase.
No, but the principal
heard
wasn't
that
in the car.
story.
The principal wasn't there.
The principal was not in the car.
Nonetheless, it was the principal's car.
It was the principal's car. I saw that story.
Yeah.
And Oba, he did what? He was going what?
Overtook, ran over a suitcase of a kid.
And then they say that he left 10K behind.
Yeah, then threw 10K out.
Marcus, you don't throw 10K out. Like, you make it sound like you're driving, you throw 10K out.
Let me tell you, there's no
Okay,
good
you
way
stop
to
and
make
give
it
them
look.
10,000. Difference is what?
That's disrespectful. What the hell? That's a whole suitcase. This kid
Do you
is
know what
going,
was inside
this
the
kid is
suitcase?
going to school. There's probably grab clothes, school things, all of them. Meh. Because those cars are big as hell. They flattered that poor child's suitcase.
Okay, this is my take on this. Yeah.
The owner of the car, the principal, was summoned by the boss.
Why
Come
the
and
principal?
explain.
Yes.
Oh, well, that driver is under his charge,
Yes.
so I kind of get
Yeah.
it. Okay.
But it leads you to ask the question, Marcus. If the principal was in the car, would have the driver of the car
Probably not.
behaved that way? Or
I doubt.
because of the way the principal is, it allows the driver to act in a certain way.
That's a genuine
That's a
argument.
generalization.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
That's a generalization.
Actually, I agree with you because if he knew that my boss would kill me for doing such nonsense,
Behaving in such a manner, driving in such
he
a manner.
would behave completely different.
Exactly.
No, but I have seen drivers who drive differently with their principal and differently when they're alone. I have seen it many times.
No. We're not saying that he's bad-mannered because his principal is bad-mannered, but maybe a certain way that the principal conducts himself has led him to believe it's okay
That
to
he's
interact with
he's
people
beyond
that way.
reproach.
Yes, because I've interacted with your drivers. Let me give the easiest example. I've interacted with your drivers. I think like maybe 2 or 3 of them. All of them, without knowing who I was or who I am, whether I know you or whatever, polite gentlemen. Now, if I met your drivers and they're rude and they're disrespectful,
It's a reflection on. It's a reflection
it has
on.
something to
It's
do with you.
indicative of their boss.
Yes. So maybe the way that their boss behaves has led them to believe that also me, I can carry
I'm above the law.
myself.
I can tell a driver if I had
you
one.
might have a point there.
Because me, I don't have drivers like Marcus. Me, I drive myself. Yeah, but Marcus has
It's just
drivers.
because you are mean.
No. Marcus, me,
You just don't like creating
You have
employment.
money, yet you
You are just
behave like
mean,
you are.
Gaetano.
Me, I know how to drive.
You can afford to have 19 drivers.
But you know.
You just don't like creating employment in this country.
Stupid. If
Anyway,
I had
nobody will drive us better.
We digress. That word exists. You know what digress means? We digress. If I had a driver, I would say it is very important for you to obey the traffic rules, red lights, pedestrians, everything around you. Always stop, and this is how you must behave, whether I'm in the car or
Yeah.
not. So that when I'm not in the car, I know for a fact, or at least have an understanding, this guy's going to be organized. But if as soon as I step out the car and you behave in a certain manner, that means even when I'm in the car, I allow it to happen.
I think
Yeah,
there's
you have a
a
point.
solid chance
You have a point.
that guy only thinks it's okay because,
It happens when the boss is there.
yeah.
That's why they summoned the boss. Because at the end of the day, he's a reflection of you.
Yeah.
And after all, this car is a government car, but under your care.
Yes.
So everything this car does is your problem. So if you must fire the driver or reprimand them, but it's on you regardless.
Or maybe he was having a bad day.
I had another twist to that story that the guy actually got out of the car. He was trying to find out what's going on, and then there were other adults around. They said, "Listen, it's only about 10K. You give 10." So he had tried to come out, and there are many versions to
The
that
So, I
story.
mean, we're not there. We're all
10K?
believing.
They told him that the suitcase was worth 10K.
Anyway, that's why I said there are versions. I don't know.
Well, I guess it's what maybe it's what he had at the time. And
Maybe.
said, "Zenninao,
Maybe.
Kankuo Mutwaro, Zenninao,
Yeah,
those
yes,
things.
those
were-
things.
That's possible also, by
Yeah,
the
it's
way.
also possible.
We could have
And they said carry
misunderstood
it.
that situation.
Can I read something else to you? Since we're on a reading thing here.
But read it properly now. Don't say this
Can
one
you
I don't
read
know.
this time?
Read the whole thing.
Okay.
And he takes off the glasses.
Yeah, I see better without glasses. In Singapore, a man seeks $3 million from a woman after being friend zoned. A man in Singapore reportedly sued his love interest after he found out that she saw him only as a friend. The man identified as
Why?
Kiwashigun.
Racist.
That was racist. How do you say
Read it.
a man identified as K. Kawashigan is seeking 3 million, which is for emotional trauma.
We're being friend zoned.
Yes. The problems arose when the two became misaligned in how they saw their relationship. While Kawashigan developed feelings for Nora Tashan. Noratan, sorry.
Her name is just Nora.
Noratan? He developed relationships for Noratan. She only saw the relationship as a friendship.
Yeah, so.
So here's my question.
Why are you so
Here's my $1 million question, guy.
He is suing her for emotional distress.
Emotional damage. Emotional damage. My question is this.
China is a superpower. I'm not friends with
The
either
guy
one
with
of
emotional
you.
damage is internet sensation.
Yes,
not my
but
problem.
you guys are pronouncing their names like that. China, I was not part of this.
My question is this. Was the friend zone before or after the chow?
Was there chow?
Yeah, that's
Can you
question number
friend
2.
zone someone that you've chow?
Yeah.
How do you sleep with someone?
No, you
Like-
sleep thinking that we are now going to be on one. Then you don't like the chow. Then you say, nee, we cannot continue like this. You just become a bad day. But this is post-chow because you didn't like the chow.
Oh my- How do you sleep with someone you're like, thanks for the head, but no thanks? Like,
Because you see, here's the thing. Here's the thing. If we're going to be in a relationship, it means I must continue this operation.
Yeah.
But now this operation, I don't like it. Therefore, let me friend zone you now.
No, but the funny thing
then you
is,
should be grateful.
The
You
funny
was a
thing
friend
is-
who got
No, no,
chow.
the
Yeah,
funny
but
thing,
he liked the chow. How she did.
the funny thing
So
is,
he wants to continue.
the relationship began in 2016. So now he's been
The friendship.
The friendship started in 2016. So it's been, he's been there. He's hoping and whatnot. Then basically,
Then I agree with him. She led him on.
No.
Yeah, please.
Okay, I'm friends with you guys. I've been friends with you guys for a long time. Are you guys going to
but
sue me?
you did not promise anybody anything.
But did she promise? That's my question.
By the time he's suing, cover 2016.
I have the receipts. I have the receipts. During the process, Tan, that's the woman, told the man that she felt genuine discomfort. He didn't take it positively and responded by saying that she could either comply with his demands to deepen their relationship or suffer irrevocable damage to her personal and professional endeavors.
I have told you I am deeply uncomfortable with our relationship. Why do you say let me sue you instead?
Be child.
But the fact that he went to court,
Do you think they child?
GK,
the cameraman thinks they child.
GK. Let me tell you, you could have asked Tendo, and I would have said perhaps because it's this one. That's what
Let's ask Tell me, did they child?
Tendo has spoken, but GK, you asking GK, come on.
Let me tell you something.
Come on.
I have been with you for 1, 2, 3, 4.
2016.
We've been
We went through
friends.
COVID together. Hey, okay, Guido. Let me tell you, you must pay. You must pay.
But speaking of people who you might feel must pay or not, I don't know. Let me give you the story and you guys will let me know how you feel. The Nigerian guy.
Which
Did you hear
Nigerian guy?
about him? His girlfriend went to the salon and she had left 10k naira on the shelf. I don't know how much. How much is that in Ugandan shillings?
Currencyconverted.com.
So she had left 10k naira on the shelf. She went to the salon. He took the money to place a bet.
Gamble.
He went for sports
He went to gamble.
Yes. And the bet lasted 2 days.
Okay.
And she came home, understandably, she's upset. How dare you? How
My
dare
10K.
you? Baby, I promise I'm going to pay you back. After 2 days, baby, good news. I won 100 million naira. So here's your 10k back.
Yeah, he's right.
He gave her back 10 naira.
80,000 basically.
So he
80,000
stole
what?
80,000 from her.
80,000 is what he stole.
80,000 of Ugandan money.
Uganda money.
And then how much
And
did
then he
you
won
win?
back how much?
100 million.
100 million naira. Is how much, Marcus?
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. He won 7 billion.
No, Marcus. No.
And you're giving me back.
No, 797 million.
Oh my God. And you're giving me back 80k.
But the 80k is what I took from you. And
Yes.
so that's what I'm giving you back.
But that 80k is what allowed you to get that 700 million.
Please, you did not have that money.
And neither did you. That's why you stole
That's why I
from
returned
me.
your money. That's why I returned your money.
Give me what is owed to me.
Which
You
is
would
what?
not have won
10
that bet
naira.
without my 80k.
Yeah, but you see, Anne, imagine if you had lost. He would still have to pay you back 80.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
Yes.
But he didn't
Which
lose.
is, yeah.
We're not there.
Those are ifs and buts and
We're
maybes.
here.
What I took is what I returned.
No. I would have allowed the 10K to come back.
Anne-Marie.
If you had asked for the 10K.
Anne-Marie.
And I gave it to you
If-
willingly.
But
you stole it.
If I take 10,000 shillings from you, if I take 10,000 shillings from you, yes? Hold on.
Steal.
If I steal 10,000 shillings
let's
and,
mirror the story.
and then you say, I want my money back.
Yes.
I bring back your 10,000 shillings. Are you going to complain?
But no,
Are you
have
going to complain?
You have removed important facts from
Stole.
the story. One, we are together. We are in a relationship. We even live together.
Hence the returning.
You have stolen my money,
Hence the returning.
and you won 100 million from my money that you wouldn't have won
Hence
without
the
the
Madam, even here you're forgetting three things. Number one, we're in a relationship, therefore, I told you the truth. I could have stolen the money, and then I told you that the bet jumped. Money is potea. That's number one. I was honest.
Yes.
Number two, the money I took, I returned. Had I returned less, that would have been another issue. Number three, the reason I won this money is because I understood what bets to put the money on. You have no input there.
It is my money.
Yes, and you got it back.
I deserve more than that money because
We
you would have
deserve
placed that
way.
bet. You have your
You
right.
just ask.
Good for you.
You just say, hey, baby, thank you so much for the money. Since we have all won, give me what you're giving me extra. But don't ask, don't demand for more.
Good for you and your brain, knowing which bet
Yes,
to place.
yes.
Good, wonderful for you. However, did that brain win that bet on its own?
No,
Did you go and
you see,
collide up to the
had I
betting guy?
Had I told you that to give me money, I'm going to sports betting, what would you have said? No.
But
Probably I
Anne-Marie,
would have said
but,
yes.
no, but Anne-Marie,
That's why I stole.
Did you ask?
Anne-Marie, you're being greedy. Now, no,
being
you're being greedy. You're being greedy. You're being honestly greedy. I've returned what I took from you. I have
What I
returned what I stole from you. Here it is.
Okay, give it back
So-
with 2 days interest. Watch it. Ask for that.
Yeah, at least. But for you to come back
Give it
now,
back.
say how much is she asking for?
40M.
40 million. How do you convert?
Stay with 60M.
How do you ask for 40%? What right do you have to ask for 40%?
For the 10K that you stole.
Oh my God. Oh my
The
God.
10K that made it possible. Did you go to the betting guy and you say, Wallahi, it is this game, this game, this game, this game. You're going to see. No, you stole it from me to be able to place that bet. That bet only happened because you stole from me.
Which
What
is,
if that money was going to save someone's life?
but
We have saved it the back.
2 days later,
They are still alive.
if there was someone who was going to die and that was the hospital bill, you have killed someone.
can I ask you a question? Wasn't there a case similar to that here in Uganda?
Of what?
Somebody taking money from somebody, putting it in a bet. Here in Uganda. Because you're talking about Nigeria. Wasn't there a case here in Uganda, the same thing happened? Where the man took some shillings and then betted it, won and returned what he had stolen?
I don't know about the one who had betted it and returned what he had stolen, but I had some guy who made history. He used 1,000 shillings like this.
Of Uganda?
Lukumi. And he placed it in, I think, was it 21 games? And all games came back and he won 425 millions.
That's a smart guy.
That's a
1K.
lucky guy.
No, you don't.
1K, 20 games,
400 and what?
25.
But what are the chances that he had lost 300,000 before in one case?
Probably.
Or even
Very,
a million
very
in one case before?
Very high. Very, very high. The house always wins in betting.
Yeah.
But that, you have to admit, 1K to 425 million. Someone's life has changed overnight.
That's
Even
true.
even
Jesus.
us here,
Question
giving
is-
us 425
Oh,
million.
yeah.
Question is, how much do you think of the 420 million went back to sports betting?
No. That's after.
Again,
Or how much did he put back into betting? I can say probably the 25M.
I'm almost sure. Over time, 400.
But the fact that he was an accountant.
It's addictive.
You know, let me tell you
He was
something.
an accountant.
It's a
and
proper
from
gambling
Chideka.
problem, yeah.
I think he will invest to be able to bet with some money left over.
Well, like, maybe if he's an accountant, you're right. Maybe.
One
He
of
might
the
buy like a
Like you said, 425, maybe 25 goes.
Yeah, maybe.
This is 400 for.
He might
one
buy
of
like
one
a
of one of the
taxi,
biggest
a motor.
one of the biggest industries we have, generally speaking, because you're talking about betting and losing money and whatnot. One of the biggest industries we have in this country is sports betting. And not just in Uganda, it's huge all over the world.
It's bigger here because of our youth population.
Exactly. And by the
And
way,
our unemployment.
Exactly, unemployment and whatnot. And now you have it on your
On
your phones. You don't have to go and actually place a bet in a store and whatnot. But you'll find a lot of unemployed youth, especially young men, going 1,000 here, 1,000 here.
That's why they had to
1,000
make them start paying taxes.
Now,
They were making way too much money.
before, we never used to have them. Then they mushroomed. And then they regulated it. They were like,
Yeah.
these guys are making money. Like you said, let's tax them and make some money off it as well.
Yes.
If you have an addictive nature to gambling, because I don't think gambling inherently is wrong. It's like, for
the
example,
addiction.
it's the addiction that's wrong.
Like,
Because
like alcohol
it's like
has
booze.
no
It's
problem.
like booze. You have somebody who drinks who has an addictive nature. Somebody who takes drugs, addictive nature. And then there are others who don't. You know? But if I had an addictive nature to this, it's life and death. Be it booze, be it drugs, be it even sports betting. It's life and death.
No, I've heard of stories of people mortgaging their houses in the casino.
Oh yeah.
He entered the casino, he won, he used the earnings, they lost, gave them the car keys,
Have you seen the people who
And
like
walked
bet
home.
their wives?
and get home and he says, "Mutkeriwa, kati baby,
Oh my God.
tuinamwe ekizibu."
Tuinamu ekizibu.
Hey, ate now is the.
Olinamu ekizibu.
But
But did you also use the car?
It's one car.
A single is my point.
No.
A single now.
You've walked from this conversation.
You are single.
When
Oh
I
my
bet,
God.
by the way, and I do bet,
Oh, you do?
I bet with friends. Me and Marcus, how today we're going to meet money. You are stupid Arsenal. Okay,
10,000.
20,000. Yeah. It's here.
And it
It's
stays there.
a safe bet.
I lose the bet. As a gentleman, I must honor you with that bet. But sometimes you're my guy.
No, you will pay me and say buy beer. We drink it here.
We finish it.
We finish it here. Which is okay.
Which is okay.
Yeah. No, gambling is terrible.
Yeah.
And that's why my worry is that I hope that guy didn't spend that 400 million back in the business. Because in your mind, you're thinking, if I can make 400 million from a K, imagine how much I can make from 400 million. Now you're looking at a B.
Yeah.
In your mind, that's how the mathematics works.
Yeah.
As a gambler. You do proportion
But
numbers.
let's pray that now he's just betting like a 20K.
Maybe has increased from 1K to 20K.
But having said that, the 10K naira that this guy took.
We agree to disagree with Anne.
Agree to disagree because I'm not going to let that go. Give me that 40. In fact, she was even nice. 40. 50.
You see how women operate.
But then the
Marcus?
thing is also he doesn't want to leave her. So she's saying, give me
Or
walk.
Tugiwe.
And the things are nice.
My observation
If
is
the things are nice.
omukazi we are woman.
The things are nice.
For that to even be a situation where you're like,
The things are nice. The things are nice. And he'll give her the 40. If the things are nice, you will part with that 40 million. But just know that you are paying for the things. The sexual transaction.
Listen, we have to run, man. Thank you so much for spending your time here with us on the last round at Shishanyama Village. Well, big thanks, of course, to our team over here, Globe Tech, who are doing, of course, the camera work behind it all over the place. And, of course, we have another partner here with us, and that's Ray City, Uganda, doing our editing. A big thanks to all of them. Every single time here, the last round.
The Last Round Uganda is the YouTube channel in full words. Just type The Last Round Uganda, full words. Don't acronym anything. On socials, however, it is The Last Round UG. Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Until next week.
Subscribe. Tell them to subscribe, Marcus. Be organized,
They
man.
know. They know. Mama, there's a kabel.
Stupid.
They will come. The things will come.
subscription button.
Subscription. Let them subscribe. Then
Subscribe
them.
and you hit the bell.
Kabel. Mama, what could you know? Kabel. It comes. Until
And what does
next
the
week.
bell do?
It makes you, gives you alerts.
About what?
If you're not, you don't know how to do YouTube, then you don't know. By the time you're here, you know.
Some people don't know, Marcus.
These ones are going to tell the others.
You're like refuse, garbage.
Why am I cheering? Is it the glass?
There's still some in there. So would you take money from me after I stole it from you and then I...
50 euro.
Did I ever tell the story of a guy who was with a chick? So you carried the chick home. Then they were about to go and leaving now the next day, next morning after. We're sitting there relaxing. Man. He says, no, it's time to go, it's time to go. So the guy says, let me go and shower. Leaves her in the sitting room. Goes to shower. As he leaves his bedroom door open, so he can still see her there in the sitting room. I don't know. She enters his wallet and removes $100. Puts in her handbag. Keeps it there. The guy sees her doing it, showers, comes back, dresses, and says, it's your time to go and shower. He enters her handbag, removes the $100 and the 20,000 she had. And puts it here. Then we go. And she has called an Uber. In her mind, she has even calling her friend. Hey, Sagak Forex, money going there.
Hey.
Yeah.
That is so unfortunate.
She left there thinking. Allah. I don't even know if she paid for the Uber. Because the guy cleaned her out. What about that? And then you can't call. You can't call the guy and say, you guy. You're a fucking thief, first of all. Wow.
Anne-Marie and Marcus, how long do you spend in the bathroom on the toilet when you're doing number 2?
I was waiting for her to complain.
I feel like that is all you know.
Answer
Number 2.
the question. How long do you spend in the toilet doing a number 2?
She won't answer because chicks don't send faxes. They die with it inside. Yeah. Have you ever seen a chick saying wait fax? Have you seen a chick saying that? Have you ever?
Nothing.
Not one.
It's just none of your business, but we do. That's what I'm saying. Don't you have another topic?
Since you're not going to answer,
Ask guys take pride in it.
how long do you take?
Those days before phones, there would be a magazine, a video game, a notebook.
Notebook.
Yeah. Hey, the best ideas come out there.
Those are shitty thoughts. Let me.
And the shitty thoughts have money. So have a hell lot of shitty money. So it basically a lot of time.
A lot of time. Based on what you just said, what's happening is that companies are tired. I'm paying you to come to work, you're going to the toilet to do a number 2, but you're there on your phone looking at memes, you're doing what, blah, 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 blah.
Guys, number 2 at the office.
Of course. You don't go to that.
Okay, I don't.
I don't.
So, check this out. A company, engineers in the UK have come up with a design, okay, for a toilet. Because they're realizing so many people are in the office spending way too much time in the toilet. They're like, you have to get them out quickly. So these toilets have been angled towards the floor to purposely make them uncomfortable. Purposefully. Do you want to know the name of the toilet?
British guys are full of shit.
What is the toilet called?
The toilet is called the slanty. Because it's
So it's basically a pit latrine.
but like this.
Yeah, because you can't really sit.
Because your pressure's on your legs. You have to hold yourself up. So you have to hurry up.
Quickly send the vax and bus. It's a pit latrine.
Wait. And
It's a modern pit latrine.
companies are saying,
Chikora.
you know, have you ever been, your legs start.
Did they ever tell the story of that guy in the village who can't use a pit latrine? So he used to go with a rope.
A rope.
So he goes with the rope, then bangs the rope over the door, then holds.
The original slanty.
Yeah, original slanty. Because he couldn't squat. Then you see him coming out of the toilet with his car rope.